Fancy a quick story time? I'm going to call this one Random St. Lucia Stuff, because the way things work on this island is I've learned to just have one task to accomplish, because in the process of trying to accomplish that one task, you end up sometimes on a whole day's detour into a completely separate task. So I'll give you an example of this morning. My plan this morning was to go out, get some tobacco. I know I shouldn't, but I do. Get some tobacco from the guy in the village, and then stop by the fruit and veg place and pay my debt because I owe them $5, and then come up to the slab and do a lovely video in the gorgeous sunshine. That was my plan. Now, if any of you have seen my St. Lucia videos, you will know that things rarely go to plan on St. Lucia. And as I was leaving the house, my mum says, "Can you buy some bread?" So then I had to add bread to my list of tasks. Buy bread. It started off well. I bought my tobacco. As I was leaving, however, I caught sight of a young lady having her hair plaited, or braided if you're American. And I stopped in my tracks, because in my world, the longer my hair gets, the more I just want to chop it all off. And I'm watching a young lady with shorter hair having additional hair added to make it really long. And I'm wondering, why would you do that in this climate? Because with my little bit of hair, well, it's a lot of hair, but my hair I've got, it's too hot to have down, and she's having all this extra. So I started talking to her, and we ended up in a big discussion about hair. That wasn't planned. I mean, it got quite philosophical. We were talking about how black women are often taught to, not like their hair when they live in white countries and stuff like that. Anyway, I continued on my way, and I went off to the bakery. That went off without a hitch. Got there, bought the bread. There it is. And I went to accomplish the next thing, and that was to pay my debt at the fruit and veg store, Angie's. And as I was on my way from the bakery to the fruit and veg stall, a young lady flagged me down. Now, I have a strict women-only lifts policy, and it was a young lady, and she looked quite upset. So I stopped the car, and she says, "Can I have a lift to PI?" Now, I was going to PI, so I said, "Yes, as long as you don't mind me smoking some tobacco and having a bit of loud music and a sing-along." And she says, "No, that's fine." As what usually happens with me, she started telling me her story. So I turned my music off and I listened. And there is a whole story going on there that I only got slightly involved in as much as I gave her some advice on, maybe how to go in there stealthily, find out what you need to know without causing a fuss. So we just had a little discussion about that, but I'm not going to tell you any more information about her situation other than I heard the tea, gave her my opinion, and then I left her with my phone number should she need any more assistance. But you see, where she then took me past the fruit and veg store where I was going to pay my debt. Now, what I should have done was turn left at the junction, gone back and paid my debt. But because I was still ruminating over the tea I just discovered, I did an auto response in my driving and turned right. And I thought, it doesn't matter, I'll just go there tomorrow when I'm going for my massage. So by the time I'd finished with the young lady and got up to my slab, the clouds had rolled in. And I thought to myself, do you know what? I'm just going to make the video as long as the weather allows me to be. I'm going to sit myself down and I'll make my video. Hi everyone, and welcome to your update from the slab. Oh shit. It's starting to rain. Okay, let me just explain to you. It started to rain while I was over there. I came over here to come and collect myself so I can go back into the car. By the time I get here, bloody sun's come out again. This is how the weather works. So if you're one of these people that asks me, what's the weather going to be like in St. Lucia? That's how it... Oh, it's raining again. Look, I'm just going to grab this and do this from the car. It's raining. And I kind of got in to the car in time. The windows were open. I kind of got here in time. I only got a little bit wet. That will dry quick. And yes, I got wet.